Tired of feeling like you're always the one chasing after people, whether in friendships, relationships, or your career? What if I told you there's a powerful psychological shift you can make that will completely change the game? Instead of chasing, you can start attracting. It all starts with understanding a fundamental human trait. We are naturally drawn to what is scarce and valuable. Think about it. When you're constantly available, always the first to text, always eager to please, you're signaling abundance. And in the subconscious mind of others, abundance can sometimes be mistaken for low value. The moment you pull back a little, the moment you stop overgiving your time and attention, something fascinating happens. Your perceived value starts to climb. It's not about playing games. It's about recognizing that your attention is a precious resource. By being a little less available, you create a natural curiosity and a sense of value around your presence. People will start wondering what you're up to, what exciting things are happening in your life that are keeping you busy. You become a mystery to be solved, not an open book to be skimmed. This leads to my next point. Stop feeling the need to explain yourself all the time. Your actions should be your primary form of communication. We live in a world filled with noise and empty promises. People say one thing and do another. So, who do you trust? You trust a person whose actions are consistent. Consistency builds credibility far more effectively than any eloquent speech. Let your work ethic, your kindness, and your integrity speak for you. When you move with purpose and let your results do the talking, you create an aura of authority and mystery. Silence can be incredibly powerful. It makes people lean in. It makes them pay attention. You don't need to justify your every move. Just live your life with intention and let others draw their own conclusions. They will respect you more for it. Now, let's talk about emotions. We all get angry, frustrated, or hurt. It's a natural part of being human. But the real power lies not in what you feel, but in how you respond. When someone provokes you, the instinctive reaction is to lash out, to defend yourself, to match their energy. But what does that accomplish? It usually just escalates the situation and puts you on their level. The truly powerful person is the one who can take a deep breath, remain calm, and respond with patience and thought. When you can stay composed in a heated moment, you are perceived as the one in control. Not control over the other person, but control over yourself. And self-control is one of the most respected qualities a person can have. It signals emotional maturity and inner strength. People will see you as a stable, reliable force, someone they can trust not to fly off the handle. Control equals respect. This brings us to a fear that holds so many people back, the fear of being alone. We are social creatures, but many of us have become so dependent on constant interaction that we've forgotten how to simply be with ourselves. But here's the secret. Mastering solitude is a superpower. When you learn to genuinely enjoy your own company, you unlock incredible benefits. People who embrace solitude often discover deeper wells of creativity. Without the constant chatter of others, your mind is free to wander, to connect ideas in new ways, and to have those aha moments. You also develop a much sharper sense of self-awareness. You get to know your own thoughts, your true desires, and your core values without the influence of the outside world. This isn't about becoming a hermit. It's about being so comfortable with yourself that you don't need others to feel whole. And ironically, that self-sufficiency is incredibly attractive to others. Let's dive deeper into where you get your sense of worth. Do you find yourself constantly looking for likes, comments, and praise to feel good about yourself? That's a dangerous trap. You're essentially outsourcing your happiness to the unpredictable opinions of others. This is a quest for external validation. The real shift happens when you learn to validate yourself. When your sense of accomplishment and your good feelings, that dopamine rush, come from within, from achieving your own goals, from living by your own standards, from being proud of the person you are becoming. When you make this change, your brain literally rewires itself. Instead of chasing temporary highs from external approval, you start building a foundation of long-term, unshakable confidence. It's the difference between a house built on sand and one built on solid rock. Now, Consider the words you use every day. Specifically, how do you talk about other people when they're not around? It might seem harmless to engage in a little gossip, but it has a profound effect on how others perceive you. When you gossip or speak negatively about others, you might think you're just sharing information, but what you're really doing is projecting an image of yourself. Psychologically, people unconsciously associate the traits you describe in others with you. This is called spontaneous trait transference. So, if you're constantly pointing out flaws, people will start to see you as negative and critical. But if you make a habit of speaking power into people, of highlighting their strengths and celebrating their successes, you will be seen as positive, supportive, and confident. The words you speak about others are a boomerang. They always come back to reflect on you. Choose them wisely. There's a subtle but crucial difference between being liked and being respected. Many of us are conditioned to want to be liked. We want everyone to think we're friendly and agreeable. But being liked is often emotional and fleeting. It can depend on someone's mood or whether you agree with them in the moment. Respect, on the other hand, is psychological and far more enduring. Respect is earned through your character, your competence, and your integrity. It's about people trusting your judgment and valuing your opinion, even if they don't always agree with you. While being liked is nice, focusing on being respected will build much stronger, more meaningful connections in the long run. Respect is the foundation of long-term trust and loyalty. Likability can fade, but respect holds its ground. Finally, let's reframe our relationship with failure. No one likes to fail. It stings. But what if you saw failure not as an endpoint, but as a data point? Your brain is an incredible learning machine. Every time you try something and it doesn't work, you're not just failing. You're gathering crucial information. This is the essence of neuroplasticity. When you actively learn from your mistakes, your brain literally builds new, stronger neural pathways. The experience of failure, when paired with reflection and learning, makes you smarter, more resilient, and better equipped for the future. The people who achieve the most are often the ones who have failed the most, because they've learned not to dwell on the failure itself, but to extract the lesson from it. They see every setback as a setup for a comeback. So, let's bring it all together. Your life is a reflection of your daily habits and your underlying mindset. You cannot expect your reality to change if you keep repeating behaviors that keep you feeling powerless. Don't chase people. Attract them by becoming a person of value. Don't explain. Let your consistent actions build your reputation. Don't react with anger. Respond with calm authority. Don't fear solitude. Master it to unlock your creativity and self-awareness. Don't seek validation from others. Learn to validate yourself for unshakable confidence. Don't gossip. Speak power into people and watch your own influence grow. Don't just aim to be liked. Strive to be respected. And don't dwell on failure. Use it as fuel for learning and growth. When you shift your behavior, you shift your psychology. And when you shift your psychology, you have the power to shift your entire reality. The power is, and always has been, in your hands. Just keep that in mind. Thanks for watching, and if this resonated with you, be sure to subscribe for more.